Hello everybody and welcome on YouTube, the Learn Dota 2 League Season 20, Week 4. Today, we're taking a look at the two towers, that's the Lotus team, taking on the Fellowship of the Ping, that's the Kyrix team. And they got a ticket this time too, so that's awesome. With me here as always is a Dr. Dota Randy, who I think is still AFK, and Cryptic, who had a lot to say in Game 1.
Radiant team ban.
And still has a lot to say now, apparently.
10 seconds
Yep.
remaining.
Juggernaut out, Rubik
Dire
out,
team ban.
Magnus out. Magnus is interesting.
Radiant team ban.
Not really sure who that Magnus ban is levied at.
Yeah, I don't know if they have a Magnus player. Maybe the Prada guy, he was our offlane.
I mean, Prada
But
doesn't even have like 100 games on any hero. You can't, you don't really
Yeah.
know. I guess Lotus literally personally knows a guy, so I guess he would know better. But
I mean, if the Magnus plays like the Doom played, then I
Yeah.
don't know if it's ban-worthy.
no, I do think it makes sense, like, to do something like that, because it's like, you've now seen what happens when this guy plays off comfort, right? Doom might have been comfort. I don't think so. If like, you've seen what happens when this guy plays off comfort. It looks like that. So, you could either let him get back on comfort and risk him actually having impact in the game, or you can keep him off comfort and keep things looking like that. It's the same issue Hollywood kind of has to a degree. Like, when you get Holly without those comfort heroes, this game suffers a
10
lot.
seconds remaining.
Historically, and even still now. Less of a degree now than back then. I mean, Season 12, it's like, that guy didn't even exist if you just banned 2 heroes, but... It is still just such a noticeable decrease when you get off of comfort on a player like that. Maybe Prada's the same way. Or maybe Chobro has just been grinding that Magnus recently. Hard to say. I can tell you this much, I definitely do think maybe in hindsight, I think maybe that sniper decision to go for the Shard instead of the Hurricane Pike first might have had a higher impact on that game than I gave it credit for at the time.
Yeah.
Dire team
They
Hard to
steal
say
your
if he-
bang.
I mean, the problem is it's hard to say if he gets away because, like, every fight, yeah, sure, the sniper was dying very quickly. Also, the rest of his team was also dying incredibly quickly. So, you know, it's maybe a couple of times to get to TP
Radiant
out,
team
but
ban.
I don't know if it's necessarily game deciding. They won't be seeing that Clinks again. They want Lotus to play a hero he doesn't know how to play this time. Which he's done plenty of this season, so there's that. No Orisa,
Radiant team
no Medusa. Dropping a train on Inno here. They wanted to play something weird again.
I returned.
Dire
Welcome
team-
back.
Dire team
See, I missed some fascinating heroes. Same heroes we've seen all season.
Yep. The Kyrix team did the classic pickaxe into no cores.
ban. Radiant team pick.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
they banned
Bless them.
the Ursa Dusa, so those are good against it, but they're gonna pick
Sure.
like Drow, maybe?
No, they're gonna
Void's
pick.
Not good.
They're gonna pick
was-
Faceless Void and counter themselves. Is what they're gonna do.
that's
Oh, they're doing
I
the
think that's-
Cataclysm combo.
yeah, So the
They did this like 2 weeks ago, and it worked really well. Lotus went like 16-0, but I think it was more that the enemy team was bad, and they just kept running directly into him and getting killed with the Meteor combo.
Dire team ban.
Good pick.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
this
so
is.
this is classical. Like if you pick Wraith King into Faceless Void's game is over.
Yeah.
Basically.
It is already a bad Void game because of the axe. I mean, here's a fun fact for you. That axe it doesn't go away. That axe does not stop in the chrono.
Radiant team
So you can
ban.
definitely be in a situation as Faceless Void where you pop the chrono, then beat Axe's ass, and then you die.
Dire
as a
team
result
Well,
of
ban.
it.
Timbersaw.
You just hit somebody else and then Invoker hits his Cataclysm, I guess.
There you go. You hit somebody else, and Invoker hits his Cataclysm, and that will be great if the first team fight that you have happens at 48 minutes.
Dire
That's true.
team
Radiant should get Timber. Or maybe even like Darkseer. Like
Radiant
Vac Wall
team
into the
This time they're gonna get the funny sniper.
okay.
Sniper and a Void is a very brave pick.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is it's gonna get it's gonna be hard for Void to like reach that guy, and if he doesn't get the sniper and a chrono, then it's gonna be tough.
10 seconds.
The bad news is that if the chrono ever happens to sniper, he's gonna die every single time. Every chrono that lands on sniper, he's gonna die in there, unless something crazy happens. Like unless it's 3 micrometers from the edge of the chrono and Axe calls him outside of it or something. Like every time sniper's in chrono, he's gonna die.
Yeah, I don't think Void even has to hit him. Just a Cataclysm might be enough.
Cataclysm's going to be later in the game. That definitely still must be remembered. But, I mean, even in the early game, Void can hit him like 2 times and a Sunstrike comes down and he's dead. They do have a lot of good stuff to throw into the Chronosphere as well, which is nice. They have the Dark Willow crap. They have the Jakiro crap that they can just kind of throw in the middle of that.
Well, you could potentially, depending on the positioning, fear people into it as well, which would be awesome.
You can fear people into it, or better yet, if you have like a big chrono, right? If your chrono already has the majority of the team, you can just time the fear bomb to right when it ends, and that is really hard. Of course, that's a really hard thing to do, but you do have the nice benefit of if it's like slightly early, it doesn't matter, right? If the fear bomb drops like a half second before the chrono does, then you still get most of it, so. You got the Macrobite to throw in, you got the Meatball to throw in. And you got a team that is pretty realistic that you're going to get multiple people in the chrono, so there's that. Even if it's going to be hard to kill the Axe or the Wraith King in it, doesn't really matter what the individual deficiencies of Faceless Void are. If they can just throw so much crap into the chrono, those guys are all going to die anyway. Well, Wraith King isn't, he's just going to double die because all of his team is dead.
So you want to hear the big brain play for the Undying this game?
Sure.
Undying goes Aether Lens and Shard and saves people in chrono.
There you go.
There you go. Perfect.
You want to hear the big brain play for the Venomancer this game?
Don't pick Venomancer.
Build a pipe as soon as humanly possible.
Yes,
For the love of all that is holy. Dragon Knight? I don't like that.
Is that off lane? Yeah, okay.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't like that.
I mean, it'll be fine against Inno, I guess.
It'll be fine in the lane. Fine enough. He is going to have to lane against the Undying, and until level 6, which is, you know, not level 1, kinda sucks for him.
It's just redundant with your Faceless Void, because, like, the whole point is you blink on the sniper, and, like, Dragon Form, and he dies, but, like, you have a Faceless Void, shouldn't he be doing that?
Yeah.
They just want an off lane that can deal damage in chrono, because Space Cowboy's brain is one-dimensional.
Damn. Not even 2.
Yeah. Called out, dude. Called out.
Not even 2 dimensions.
Wait, is he the one drafting or is it Lotus? Maybe I
Lotus.
should blame Lotus. Oh, okay, I'm blaming Lotus then.
Well, Lotus is probably just doing whatever Space Cowboy tells him.
See, the problem with this kind of draft, though, where you're all in on the chrono, is if the chrono sucks, it's not a good fight.
Your fight is over.
The DK makes me sweat because it's like, yeah, here's a nice little potential disaster situation for you. What happens if you get the really cool kill on the sniper, right? And then by the time you've gotten that really cool kill on the sniper, Wraith King's already killed 2 of your guys in the back line with his blink dagger. That's my question.
You just chrono him, I guess. If he doesn't have
chrono him again.
I don't know why. I don't know why he wouldn't. I guess because like your team doesn't kill him outside of Chronosphere. That's the problem. Like if you're picking Faceless Void into Wraith King, you need 4 people who can kill a Wraith King without a Chronosphere.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at. The DK gets close, but I don't think the DK wins that fight. He's kind of a shell of what he used to be. I don't think a shell is winning that. Wraith King have the funny skeletons. He does. There's that. But
I will say I believe in the Space Cowboy Void. His Void's pretty decent.
Toxic. What do you think of the Inno Wraith King?
I think he's going to farm and then show up to fights when he has Radiance, Phase, AC, and one other item. Actually, you know, it'd be really cool.
If Inno's
And Inno's not
shots,
going to do it. Well, sure, why not? But Inno's not going to do this because it doesn't give him more damage and it doesn't help him farm. But Inno should definitely get an Axe. That would be insane this
yeah,
game.
for sure. Like if Inno gets an Ags, I don't think the Radiant ever win a team fight again.
Yeah.
It's so impossible.
But I think he gets that as like a 6th or 7th item.
It is funny that last time I was talking about, you know, if they're going to run a guy like this, they need more guys to be able to sit there in the front line. And so they picked Axe and Wraith King and Undying, who's a fat support, and arguably Venomancer, pretty hard support too. Or pretty tough support to knock over. If he builds right. He could build wrong, he could just build a bunch of damage items or something, but like if this guy picks up like the stuff that Axe really doesn't want to build, if this guy picks up like the Solar Crest, this guy well, I guess you don't really need a Solar Crest this game, but if this guy picks up like the Pipe, this guy picks up like oh no, you do need the Solar Crest. I was thinking Lotus Orb, you don't really need this game. Solar Crest. Items of that nature. What's it with the Undying? They just
Lotus
go
Orb's
on
pretty
defense.
good. There's a lot you can dispel. And then you can reflect the... Invoker's going to go like... I've seen him play this before. He's going to go Atos into Ags, and you can just reflect the root and stuff. So there's a few
I
things.
guess the problem with Lotus Orb in my mind is that it doesn't help you in the Chrono, and that's what you're really going to be worrying about.
Yeah, for sure.
Lotus is apparently planning on tornadoing them when Space Cowboy Chronos.
Hell yeah.
It was good in time zone.
He doesn't
How
have
that,
time
though?
zone. He's Mimi. Yeah.
Lotus is sponsored by Stay Home, and his team is Hanna-Barbera. Very nice.
Which could be big mad.
I actually think this Veno Axe lane is going to be a real problem for Void, because it's a lot of, like, chip damage from the wards, the Poison Sting, the Battle Hunger, even the spins. Like, you time walk one of them off, but then you're just going to get spun on it again.
Yeah, I feel like I favor two of the dire lanes here, because you've got that lane, which, as you've just pointed out, kind of not really what the Faceless Void wants to see, and not something I don't think the Jakiro is going to have that easy of a time to defuse. Also, you have the DK taking on the Wraith King and the Undying, and as I said, you know, the DK level 6 is going to not care about the Undying anymore, but until that point, it's going to really kind of suck for him. Like, you really don't want to just continually get your strength annihilated by this man. Oh, the
I was running into Space Cowboy.
Space Cowboy
immediately
was
press
in
the button.
chat.
30 seconds to battle.
That is a good ward.
Thank you.
Attack me when I wish luck. Yeah, it's messed up.
If Showbro had 3 million IQ, he'd just like stand here and wait for somebody to come up and try to deward that. Oh, London's in chat. What's up, London? Shoutouts to you. And looks like it's gonna be nothing. PC, right in the lighting. Looks like it's gonna be nothing happening here. Just 2 for 2, pretty simple.
Yep.
And just going back to their lanes. The real story is going to be, is Lotus going to figure out how to play this mid matchup against Sniper between game 1 and 2? Because I don't really
matter last time, but
I don't really favor the other 2 lane matchups, and that one actually has 2 big things. One, that Cataclysm is such a big part of this team's play. You're gonna need that.
Unstrike the range creep. Let's go.
You're gonna really need that, and deny the range of his zone. So there's that. You're gonna need that Cataclysm ASAP. You cannot have the same game happen last time, because you're in a worse position to just go around ganking people than he was in the Clinks game. So he's gonna need, I think, to get a better lane here. And if that Cataclysm is like super late, it is super bad for this team. Like if they're talking about like an actual like 40-50 minute Cataclysm, it sucked. Also, you don't really want to lose all 3 lanes, and that's a very real possibility at the moment. At
Max
least
needs
the
to
Willow's
quit
pretty
taking
good in
hit
the
for now. He doesn't have his spin, so he can't really trade in the wave
Yeah.
like that.
Though PVC Pipe will gladly give his life. Who's going to be first blood? It's going to be the, oh, Renee's not even going to die. Sad. This is going to be a hard lane for Void, and now it's going to be even harder because Zach's got the first blood.
Yep. And the
They've got
support's
that
dead
level
for a
2.
while.
thing. This is, yeah.
Yeah, Prada is just playing this game out the way he should, you know. Every opportunity, he's just running at the Void, and PVC Pipe is running at him back, but PVC Pipe's running is not really to the same level as the Venomancer as the Axe here. Not until he starts leveling up that E. When he starts leveling up that E a little bit more, it's going to be a lot harder to do that, but until then, they're going to have pretty free range.
A Veno Axe is really tough because, like, if you overstep even just a little bit, you're slowed like 80%.
PVC Pipe the Legend, he had a really good game 1. So, and he's sponsored by Boomer. This is an interesting move here. This is a very messed up team little fight with everybody just taking a bath in the creeps. Sniper actually died at mid while this is happening, so that's good news for Lotus. They're gonna get really beat up here. PVC gonna get even more beaten up. Not good for him, though. Hero is kinda griefing these guys here. No, he's gonna be very dead. He's just wasting as much time as possible. This is the right way to do this. Like, this Axe has been chasing this Jakiro for the kill for about 15 minutes, so Space Cowboy running away from the lane to try and get a little revenge, that is questionable. Renee, again, playing it right. Okay, they just got a double kill at the top lane. I wasn't even looking up there. It's very sad. This is a very bloody game thus far. Favoring the Dire, as expected. Mostly. I'm favoring Sniper here, though he is at least still up last hits. Not enough to make up for the death, but he is up last hits. They might get a revenge kill on Prada. No, he's going to eat the Lotus. He's going to be fine. Actually, they might get a revenge kill on the Void. No, he's going to be too far out of the line of action there. No.
He's not fine.
No, he's
On
not.
the damage.
But
I don't
no,
think it
he's
matters if
got
they
a
kill him.
tango. He's got a tango, and he's got
So
4
low.
wand charges, so he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
But he's going to be hurting for a long time.
Yeah, they could just dive him under tower, probably.
He's going to, in fact, pick up more regen out of the... Okay, he's definitely going to be diveable if they do that, but Renee he just won't commit to it. This is not good.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
Renee is just staying way too careful here. They're going to get a free kill on the Jakiro. Oh, no, Space Cowboy. He's going to die too.
God.
Double kill for the Axe. He did lose the Wraith King for it, though, behind the tower here.
Yeah, that could have gone better.
Yeah, I think they're at the point where Axe can cut waves, and then Veno can just harass the Void while he's tanking creeps under tower.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom
By the way,
tower
Lotus
is
is
under attack.
98% dead here. Almost just died in the shrapnel, has 70 HP. So this mid, even though Lotus got that early kill, is starting to turn against him pretty badly here. He is now lowest on the last hit chart.
They blocked the small
Radiant's middle
camp.
tower is under attack.
They should
Radiant's
just
structures
unblock that
are
so he can farm it.
fortified.
Sniper just trying to race to
Dragon
level
Knight's in
6
trouble.
here.
Maybe not.
Um,
Undying's out of mana.
Yep. Homeboy needs some clarities. Instead he's getting some wards. Almost as good. Void almost died again.
Yeah,
Actually,
this lane could be easier. Should say it like that.
If Vino was a little bit more adventurous, he actually would have gotten another kill there.
Dying needs to be contesting these Lotus pools.
Worse yet, the Void really doesn't have any last hits either. Like, they're fighting a lot of the time. Okay, kill the Wraith King again. And they're gonna get a free tombstone for it as well. Keep missing these deaths that poor Inno's taking. So both the safe laners having a pretty bad day, though. Inno is up for the last hits and considerably up for the knives at the moment. Okay, Prada just lost his entire HP bar contesting a single camp with the Jakiro, and now he's walking his son so I can die.
What a god. Miracle.
Just was positioned too aggressively when Renee was out. Needed to get back. I don't know if that's a lack of communication or if it's just like a bad play call. Just Dax getting too cocky, thinking it's a million miles ahead. But it's not good. It's not a good look in either case. Renee, micro your words, please. It's not a good look in any case. You definitely don't want to be taking a casual spill like this in the lane. You should be walking all over. And have them to this point.
Is that Dragon Knight?
Dragon Knight's going down.
Yeah, we're watching
Maybe?
this up here. No, he's gonna be okay.
Nice little stun.
Yeah, the thing about DK in this lane is that he probably shouldn't be having too much kill pressure on him, but he should be pretty miserable, like sitting there at 10 HP all the time. Hasn't really been to this point. I feel like the mana usage perhaps on the Undying, not the most efficient. Hard to tell. He's about to get boots here. Hell, with bot lane, we're about to watch DK die. Oh. Yes, he is. Okay, just
Still got
barely.
it. Nice.
Just barely.
Void's getting dove.
Bot lane is still popping off down here.
Yeah, we're just fighting in two different lanes.
Every lane is dying.
He's
I don't know.
Another kill on
Literally
Flubba.
every Radiant hero on the map is about to be dead.
not Void, or not Void. Not Invoker. Invoker's fine. Void also probably fine. Axe does have the Culling Blade, but doesn't have the call, so it's kind of unlikely he's able to
They're
make it.
running back and forth right now. He's doing the I don't know what to do dance.
Yeah. Got Blade Mail.
He can
really
get
bad.
the kill,
Yeah,
like that's so easy.
Yeah.
He doesn't even need to call, just dunk him.
He wants.
Whoa.
Yep. He just
There
walks
it
and
is.
dunks him. Gets the double kill here.
Oh,
Axe hits the Blade Mail, gets the call on the Dark Willow. Maybe does that a little early. Needs to get this tower shot off of him. Get your stick. Oh no, doesn't even
Nice.
matter.
Radiant's
Interesting.
bottom tower is under
Okay, so Prada is 7-1-1 right now.
yeah, he is.
If it was not for Prada single-handedly, this game would be 4-4. It's 5-12. Space Cowboy, you psychopath! What's wrong with
Yes.
you?
I mean,
You can just walk it off.
What?
What the hell, dude? He had time
Okay.
walk the whole time.
All right.
interesting. GG or what?
All right. Okay.
That's a
Awesome.
GG type play right there.
Well, that's not good.
Interesting TP for sure.
Axe is significantly farther ahead on net worth than anyone else.
Yeah, he's 5.2k up from 3.9, so he's over $1,000 higher than the Invoker, and this is a really worrying thing.
He has 8 kills in 9 minutes.
Rip the Dragon Knight again. This is a really concerning thing on top of that. It's not just the Axe. The Invoker is doing the best of anybody on his team, and 2 Radiant guys are right behind him. And the Faceless Void has less money than either of Dire's supports. Oh no, he just passed the 2 Dire supports, never mind. He is now
I mean, he's
100
right
gold
there
ahead.
Yeah. Yikes.
They're pulling a lot of people into this top lane. It's 2v3. Which has just given Lotus an opportunity to get a kill on Sniper and then maybe live, actually. Yeah, definitely live, because that sentry came out way too late, so he's going to be okay.
Yep.
So that's
Big play
awkward.
on his part.
Yeah. Poor play on the Lotus there, and... Not Lotus. Poor play on Renee's part, unfortunately. Just waited way too long. He gotta know. if the Invoker is about to die, he's probably going to try and Ghost Walk. You've got to have that sentry ready. You cannot be waiting until the last second like that. If he had put
This
that
axe-
sentry down before the Ghost Walk had actually happened, the Invoker dies.
This axe is gonna have an 11-minute blink blade mail
Yep.
with the bracer as well.
Yeah. At this juncture, the I think the... Oh no, he's gonna put it off a little bit to finish Magic Wand, and he's also gonna he's going to decide he wants to go to lane so bad, he's going to TP super early and drink a Clarity to get his mana back. I don't think I agree with that. But sure, whatever, floats your boat,
Top
brother.
lane jumping off a little bit.
Yep. Just a little fight here. It's gonna be just mutual back. Nobody's gonna really be able to get any kills here. They killed a sniper again. Man, that's not good. PVC pipe actually going to go down here. Yeah, the DK's low. Inno has a reincarnate here, so he's not that scared at the moment. None of these other guys do, though. Actually, Undying does. I think the most important priority for the Dire right now is getting this axe to the Invoker. He's actually just about a Midas. Getting this axe into the Invoker's face as soon as possible. Invoker got a Midas, and in a way, that's a blessing. Stop this farming before he gets an Ags, and this is gonna be easy street. Again, the absolute guaranteed, lose condition for this team, basically. There is no opportunity. There is no hope for Radiant to win if the Cataclysm is super late. So you just gotta get this axe running at the Invoker as often as possible, as soon as possible. And right now, this axe is kind of in charge of the game. Everybody on the Radiant is really poor except for the Invoker, and none of those guys could touch him that well, even if they weren't. So.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing with this smoke. He's wasted about a full minute.
Oh,
This is gonna be a big kill though. He needs dust.
They got the. Oh no, he whiffed a.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Whiffed the Culling Blade. But...
there you go.
So there, exactly what I said. Brado should be doing. He just immediately did that. And it also got him the mid T1 and maybe Flebo as well.
I don't think the Veno needs any help.
Well, the Assassinate finishes the job, gives Chobro a nice comeback kill. He's 1-4-1 right now. Sniper's not doing great. Oh no, DK. No, DK, you can't. DK, you can't. DK! You can't let this happen to you, my friend.
I thought the Shadow Realm...
Axe kind of forgot to hit the Q there, though. So.
Will spotted that whole thing. It's not like he didn't know they were there.
Axe, hit your Q at some point, you gotta.
He just wants to do it on the Invoker.
Yeah, literally will not do it on anybody else. He won't Invokers and literally not visit. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, they were not that stupid.
They might be.
I assume... Yeah, Lotus is not falling for this. He's not gonna come anywhere close to where Axe could even possibly. Maybe?
I don't know about that
there.
Nope, never mind.
I don't know about that one.
Guess not. He just Culling Bladed a creep.
What? Okay.
That is awesome.
Tornado. Chronosphere?
Yep.
Not the chrono
solo on
target
the
you
Axe.
want. Yeah.
Yeah, he just has to run out of it. They do get the Undying at least. That's gonna end a streak.
Okay, this is very confusing. The whole play is...
He called a creep and
That's
Boker would have died if he didn't do that. I mean, he wouldn't have gotten the Culling Blade, but the assassination would have got him. That's sad. Oh well.
You know, it has this radiance.
Yep.
As long as Axe hits the Culling Blade for the rest of the game, they have a pretty good chance of winning.
It's true.
But it's been 2 misses in a row. So let's not go for 3.
Yeah. I mean, it is easy to forget. This sniper looked like he was having the worst game of his life, but he is back on pace with the Invoker again. PVC just found a really awesome thing hiding up this hill. Scan out. If they're gonna do anything off of this, they need smoke, but nobody seems to have any.
Oh, he doesn't have radiance.
Oh no, Renee had it. He just was really far away.
Kyrix gonna get bullied by Roche.
He should have it. Oh no, he got radiance from the... No, he didn't? What the hell? Super weird. Not really sure what's going on here. Lotus is ghosting. Oh no, Renee, drop a sentry! Renee! Renee! You just dropped the sentry, doesn't even need it.
But anyway,
Lotus for the Invoker for the Venomancer, still a fair trade, and Venomancer even outlived him, so Invoker didn't even get the money for it, and he got Travels, which I think is a waste of his money in this game. There's that! I mean, it's not like Travels is an explicitly bad purchase, it's just there's one item this guy needs that ain't it. He needs to get that Axe pronto, he needs to get it yesterday.
Dire's middle
And he already has a
tower is under
Midas, so he
attack.
doesn't need a boost to his farming any more than that. At least he better not.
So this DK went Maelstrom
Is under
as an
attack.
offlaner. Kind of
Oh
bad.
yeah,
He also has not participated in anything, really.
but he is
Like,
going
he's
to
been
die.
top lane all game.
participates in feeding, that's for sure.
He participated in that.
Yeah, he got the Maelstrom, he's still bottom of the net worth charts, of course.
He's just playing like a P1, but he's... I don't know.
Not-
He hasn't contributed anything.
Axe is actually really
Sick.
close to the Axe, though he is about to walk into Pain. Or maybe Pain's about to walk into them, actually. PVC pipe? Gonna put down a sentry here, find nobody. Brad is actually gonna leave. He is not happy about this situation. He's actually wrong to be unhappy because there's actually just two guys there, but I'm guessing he thinks it's five
can see
because
the
nobody
other-
on the
well,
nobody else on the team is
see-
visible except Willow. I
He
guess.
sees Willow, but yeah, the other two
Doesn't see the Chrono, doesn't see the DK. Not like DK particularly matters that much at this point. He's level 9 right now, which isn't good. Boker at least has the XP lead from his Midas. Kind of awkward for Dire right now, though. Their plan at the moment is just run at people, but they can't find anybody. Everybody on the Radiant is in such a defensive position, except these supports they don't want to bother with. Can't see Invoker, can't see the Wraith, can't, or not Wraith, can't see the Void, can't even see the DK as much as that matters.
I think they should get some vision behind the tier 2 towers.
I think they should just
They
hurry
can
up and
people
smoke already
leaving.
and stop running around in a big circle. That's,
Oh, that
that's
would
the most
also be
important
good.
thing.
Yeah.
Radiant are scanning.
They
Yeah,
they
those two
almost found
done.
the Lotus here, but
I
they
don't
didn't have the
I don't think
smoke.
this guy's killable.
Found Inno.
It's really
and,
cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not who you want to go on.
No, don't keep chasing this, you psychopaths. Look at all these teepees and tell me this is a good
Oh, okay,
idea.
5 CPs.
Yep,
Interesting.
BBC is just gonna get hammered. Sunstrike
was
on
a-
nobody.
This is really weird. Like, they trio smoked with, like, their weakest heroes and went on Inno.
Yeah.
Who has Reincarnate? I don't know.
Who has Reincarnate and did not use it, by the way.
Scanning.
All
Yeah,
5 Dire
didn't even
heroes now at a
get
tower.
didn't even get within 50 miles of using it.
Oh, I know it's actually almost in range of the Radiance there. I don't know, the Space Cowboy was in range of the Radiance there. Are they just gonna get this T2 for absolutely free at 18 minutes? Are they even gonna contest this?
Dire's structures.
Doesn't look like they are.
it.
I think they can.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, they definitely can. But will they?
Yeah, they
No.
have Chrono and they have follow-up on the Chrono. They just don't have it here and they're not ever gonna have it here. And Axe is gonna get mauled.
God, whatever that was, 'twas scarcely worth my
Yeah.
notice.
That's a huge kill. Lotus is now way in the lead. That was a 1,000 gold swing. That's not good.
The other team's still up 6k.
That's true, but it won't be for long because they're about to lose another one here. They're about to lose Renee. They're about to lose a Venomancer. Now that's
What's the
5k.
4k.
Up. Guy, Yep, guy got insta-banned.
Said.
Yeah, Renee is kind of a bot player though. Axe just casually jump into this. Yep. Catches the DK. Just insta-killed. No cooling blade for him, but...
He got some.
Lotus, you psycho! No!
Oh no!
Oh, baby, this
Not
is
like
bad.
this.
They immediately get the vision off. Prada doesn't want to go in though. He got cowed so bad by the first kill.
No, he was backing
Oh,
off.
good call.
He was backing
got
off,
it.
so it didn't get cancelled. So it was actually decent play.
I didn't think his blink would have been back up by that point, but there you go.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I really thought he was just like, I don't want to have that happen to me. That was scary. That's not good.
No, it just
Right, we're
beating
right
him
back.
Was scoring stuff.
Right back to the lead that the die already had before that happened.
Yeah.
You bing.
Radiant's top tower
And I
is
wanted
under
a piece of the
attack.
void there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
You kind of want to avoid all your outers going out because the same thing that happened last game could happen. It's like they just run into the base.
There's just nowhere safe. They can just run to the base, yeah.
Like if you lose fight, like a team fight badly enough, you just lose the game immediately.
And they are indeed going to lose all their outers because while these guys are bulldozing top, Sniper is just chipping T2 mid to
Radiant's top
death.
tower has fallen.
Nobody's really thinking about doing anything about that. I will have to back now, but they have one outer at very low health. You know, is about to kinda walk into Flebo here. Found the Dark Willow. Summon the Skeletons. This is not an effective response to Dark Willow, as I hope we all know. Gets Fear Bombed.
He's gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just walks right back. Oh no, he
Uh,
had like a Super Lotus. He was gonna kill him with a Radiance, and then Flebo had that Super Lotus.
Alright.
And then everybody showed up on the Dire. Okay, that was a little unnecessary, don't you think?
Had to
I think
make
he
sure.
blocked him in the trees.
Yeah, he literally just had Flebo blocked in the trees. He's just gonna wait to Radiance him to death. Oh no 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 no.
Oh no,
Max found
Invoker!
Invoker is so dead! Wow. This feels like a... This feels done as dinner, I don't know. Axe looked kind of threatened there, but the Undying Greaves just immediately got him back. PVC
Oh, they
got
caught him.
killed by the sniper. They found the DK here again. Because this guy just isn't having a bad enough game. Tombstone
Take
on,
Chrono.
Tombstone on 3. It would have been a lot
He's
bigger if I
sniper.
got the sniper. The DK ignored the Tombstone.
Hell yeah. Biggest chrono of my life.
The DK
It was a great
ignored
chrono, but the sniper.
Sniper had DD as well, just to make it worse.
Yeah.
No, they just lose.
Yeah.
Well, they can't get mid.
Can't get
but-
Mega, but it's not... Yeah, they can get 2 lanes of creeps, and a little attention will get rid of the
Radiant's
T2 mid
bottom
here.
barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom has fallen.
Actually, no, they can't get Megas in any case, because the Radiant respawn timers are so low, they're actually going to have to back after this unless they just kill them all again.
Radiant's bottom.
Yeah,
I mean, I think they can. They don't have Chrono.
that's true. No Dragon
They
Ball
do have-
either.
They have Terrorize, I guess.
True. Those kind of
Built
things coming up.
axe.
So long time for
Is under attack.
long time for the Chrono. Not that long for the Dragon form. The Ags on Invoker is pretty close to done. Grenades just dropping random dusty when the Invoker's dead.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower.
They do have the Shadow Amulet on Jakiro, so but that's what that's for.
Bokrag's about to be out.
Radiant about to do the, yeah, I mentioned that. Randy, listen, they're doing
Oh,
rush here. I think
okay.
that's a smart play.
And now it
Just-
is out.
Put that on the sniper, and I think you can just march right up mid and end it.
Or it should be out. Sending the courier.
BKB on NO as well. So, we're gonna have Aegis, and we're gonna have that everyone runs away from the Aegis. And
Yeah, that
NO
was making
takes
face.
it. God damn it, Showpro. Oh well, whatever. I feel like even on even the Axe is probably a better option than that, but whatever.
He's dead.
Oh man, just watching this guy fry. You ever see a DK just melt like that? Jesus Christ, this is a good tornado
Nice
here.
old tornado. Yeah.
Yep,
My back.
the first buy coming out. I assume the first of many. Let's see our buyback status. Oh no, that was the... No, they get buyback under Kiro, but that's the only buys they have is just a support line. Oh, not even the support line, it's DK that bought back, never mind. I gaslit myself into thinking that was Willow buyback, but... Guess they have about the same net worth and impact. You know, going a little crazy. No, this is not a good 9-second BKB, my friend!
BKB first of 3 lives.
Yeah, that's the 9, by the way. Yeah, that was a completely useless BKB, unfortunately.
X is going for Invoker.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so close. He's dead. Yep. Dead again. Here's the Chronosphere.
Oh,
And the sniper's
really
not
good.
really close
Nobody's
enough
taking
to it, but yeah, the gap is just too huge at this point, and the sniper, once again, not inside the Chronosphere. As predicted, anytime the sniper is not in the Chronosphere, it is not going to be good for
and
the Void, and it wasn't.
that's gonna be every time. Like, you have a choice between chronoing Sniper alone or chronoing the rest of the team because of how he's positioned. So, there's not much you can do about that.
Yep. And it is a very unholy choice to make. It's something I was talking about back in pick. It's not really the type of choice you want to be having to make here. Because neither of those things are good. Again, if you go after Sniper, then you're just giving Wraith King the Axe completely free range of the fight. If you chrono the Wraith King the Axe, then you don't have anything to answer the Sniper at all, really. Life number 2 here.
Radiant's middle barracks are
Yep.
under
They're
attack.
actually gonna have to start being careful here. They
Tornado.
tornado
Oh.
into the Cataclysm. Good Ice Bath.
Sniper almost died.
Yeah.
And just work it in. Oh,
So I guess at the end of the day, the Aegis on the Wraith King didn't really hurt at all. Though if it was on the Axe, he would have had to back home. No, he's not. Inno's just gonna get chopped in half. No, Lotus is gonna get chopped in half. They're gonna lose the Venomancer for it. Axe's blink
Ooh,
is going
Axe-
to get canceled, and he's gonna call nothing. Invoker
His
is
blink
going
wasn't
to
even
buy back.
canceled.
Ah, that's the Renee play, I believe it's called. And they're actually going to lose some guys coming out of here. They're going to lose the Undying. They're likely going to lose the Axe, though.
yeah.
Radiant's going to lose the Faceless Void coming out of it.
Offlane DK has no blink, but he went Dragonlance that he can use half the time.
And he's building Mjolnir.
Mjolnir's fine, I think, since he's already got the Maelstrom, but
That's true, yeah. Sniper
That's weird.
heard us flaming him last game and decided to go the Hurricane Pike before the Shard this time.
he actually went Force Staff before anything, which was kind of a big brain play because that stops the Invoker combo from one-shotting him.
Well, sadly for him, he died many times before he got it and did not get it. I don't think he used the Force Staff a single time between getting it
Radiant's
and,
middle
like, now.
tower is under
So,
attack.
Yeah, true.
sad for him. He did find 4 bounty runes, so, you know, there's that. 328 gold, baby. 17k net worth lead for the Dire right now. Yeah, the Invoker is dead every time. I mean, in fairness, only the most recent time did that actually matter, because every time before that, he didn't have Ags. That was the first Chronosphere where the Invoker actually had the Ags. Sniper just shooting people here. Creeps, rather than people, I guess I should say. Creeps are people in Dota lore, but... Where is my smoke, Kyrix team? You guys really, do not use these smokes enough, I don't think.
They chronoed Inno?
Hell,
Solo
Yeah, they-
chrono on Inno.
yeah, they're gonna
Well,
lose
that
the
was there
Faceless
too.
Void for it.
Yeah, that was just really strange. Like,
But they're going to... No, they're not. They're
Oh,
not going to
no.
get the Wraith King for it because the Axe is going to show up in time.
I mean, that was a great Chronosphere on any other hero in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know about that one. That
and
was
they're going to
weird.
lose the Willow for it. And Prada loves Jakiro.
Radiant's middle tower is under
What?
attack.
Oh my god, I really thought somebody on the Dire just blinked into the Radiant Fountain!
Radiant's top tower is
Luckily,
under
no.
Oh my god. Lotus playing a bit of a dangerous game here. Oh, nice. The Kyrix is going to go to jail here. Though, they're not actually going to kill Lotus. He's going to just barely get away. Axe himself does not actually have any way to deal with them, Viz. Not like it matters that much, though. He got what he wanted done, which is to say, space created to take out this Brax here, which they're going to do. gonna get their megas. Axe has no clue how close Space Cowboy is to him right now. Oh, Space Cowboy just jumped right past him. You know, you do not have reincarnate, my friend. You cannot do this.
Stick.
Fear.
Use it.
Yeah.
He's dying.
He's gonna get away though.
Yeah, the team is going to use everything to get him out. Axe is gonna go super deep in here against this back line.
He's soloing.
This is so over, dude. When plays like that work, you're going home. It's a 1-1. Lotus calls the G's. First win since the first week for Lotus, so there's that.
Radiant's ancient is under attack.
Oy, 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 oy.
Dire victory.
Two draft issues, it feels like, really happened this game. Felt like game 1, Kyrix team just drafted a lineup they couldn't actually win with. This game, Lotus went all in on a gimmick that he couldn't actually prosecute to the finish. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, that was like
Kyrix-
Axe versus everyone else.
Yeah, Kyrix actually picked this time a team this... God damn it, where is my OBS? There we go. He actually picked this time a team that this sniper kind of like works in the context of you just got the Axe and the Wraith King that are just always in your face. And as predicted, you know, like the Chronosphere, the Void Invoker combo is good. The amount of crap they had outside of the DK, I think that was just a bad pick. He's not even comfort on that hero. The rest of the lineup was very good at throwing things in the Chronosphere, but this is just like they really picked a lineup on the Lotus team that required everybody to be in the Chrono, and that just wasn't happening. Every time they got an awesome Chrono, otherwise they were missing Sniper. And to make matters worse, one of those guys to play into as a Wraith King really should have been banned. I think if they were going to run a lineup that looked like that, they really should just banned out the Wraith King, because they called the bluff and it worked out. They barely killed him the whole game.
Yeah, I don't know. That was rough. Like the sniper pick was so good.
Yeah.
Like you said, Wraith King like doesn't care about Chrono at all.
And they picked a very... They itemized very well around it, too. In fact, they accidentally got 2 mechanisms instead of a pipe on the Venomancer. Veno? Cringe. But, yeah, just the Kyrix team, I feel like, after the first game, they just picked the same essential lineup they tried in game 1, except better. They just picked the same essential lineup, except, can I take credit if my replacement owns the game? No. Except, the version of this team kind of makes, like, a little bit of sense, so it just worked out a lot better. It felt like the whole world was just on Lotus's shoulders this game, because his side lanes are just not good picks in a bad game. Void into... It feels like the only hero in this game, it feels like I'd like to see the Void into it is the Sniper. That's it. I hate to see him in the Wraith King. I don't even like to see him into the Axe. It's just scary in a lot of ways. Like, the call is almost the, like, full duration of what the Time Walk is going to do. So if you come out of a call, then you're not actually usually going to be able to get your entire, like, the entire call's worth of damage back, for example. And especially there's no other stuns. Well, no, that's not true. There's one other stun. If you get the call and then at the end of that call the Wraith King stun comes out, yeah, you're super dead. New mouse, yeah, that's why you, the new mouse is why you got a second mech instead of a pipe. I get it. But yeah. Yeah. Just like I said, it felt like the execution was just better. The team comp in game 2 just looked a million billion times better. Apparently Mega Man is about to flame Rene. But team comp about a million times better. 2 towers, just all in on a gimmick that just didn't work out. It's just so it was going to be a hard game to execute this on, even before they lost 2 out of the 3 lanes, and that 3rd lane didn't matter when the Dire, rightfully, ended lane phase by just smoking and killing Lotus like 3 times in a row, right? Like, it was just so hard for him to have a game. Don't go all in on gimmicks. That's what we learned today. Anything else to say besides that? Besides maybe the fact that Chobro is currently packing some tangos at the end of the game.
I don't have anything else to add. Nope.
Randy?
Randy's already gone.
If you or somebody you know wants to learn Dota 2 at a casual or more competitive level, go to ld2l.gg today to sign up. It's too late to get into this season, probably, unless somebody else quits, but it's not too late to get into the stand-in pool, because we need stand-ins every week. It is not too late to get into the in-houses, because apparently we're having in-houses every night this season. That's this season's gimmick, I guess. Keys are popping everywhere you look. Go to ld2l.gg today. Follow the link to the Discord server. That's where all the action is happening. Super duper special thanks to all of our subscribers, because I really could not do this season without you, and I mean that in a very literal sense. Glad to have a bit of a short one this week. We'll see you next time.